Did you know that all of the conservachuds hate Fox News now? Did you know that? Apparently, Fox News is bad, and they're pissed at it, and now they want to boycott Fox. It's like, wow, how the mighty have fallen. Now, Fox News, of all organizations out there, of all companies or corporations, why do they have such a hard on to fight, to take on Fox News all of a sudden, right? Well, first thing, it's like Fox has kind of fallen out of favor with the hardcore right wing now, the culture warriors, because they basically fired Tucker Carlson. And so now it's sort of like, okay, well, they're not on our side anymore, and the hardcore conservative douchebags have now kind of gone balls to the wall against Fox. And so they're looking for any reason that they can fucking turn people against Fox News. And lo and behold, Matt Walsh, he looks like a child molester to me. I am not accusing him of being a child molester. I'm just saying he looks like one. He's got the pedo beard and everything. Matt Walsh claims to have found some super secret info about Fox News, saying that they are now beholden to the the transes and the gays. What the hell are we talking about, right? Well, here's the Twitter thread. Let's just go ahead and make this big so that you guys can read it. This is the Twitter thread by Matt Walsh. Breaking. We've obtained internal docs from Fox News employees. Fox Corp is celebrating Pride by encouraging employees to read about glory holes, quote unquote, supporting a group that gives sterilizing hormones to homeless youth, and deployed woke AI to monitor everyone. Explicit content. Glory holes, huh? I think I might watch Fox News if there's going to be glory holes on Fox News. I mean, shit. That sounds awesome. Sign me up for that shit. If I could see glory holes just on normal TV, like, right? I don't have to go to some, like, weird, like, bizarre fucking Russian tube site or whatever and risk, like, viruses and shit getting in my computer. If I could just, like, go to Fox News for my porn, hey, maybe I might start watching that shit. Okay, here's the Twitter thread. The documents we're about to show you were produced by Fox Corp, which is the company parent of Fox News. These materials are presented to Fox News employees when they log into their employee portal. Let's start at the top. Under the heading, Support One Another, Fox encourages employees to donate to the Trevor Project, Ali Formy Center, and LGBT Center. What is that? Anyway, let's see what it says. So apparently this is a photograph of the screen when someone logs into Fox News' employee portal. Let's read what it says. Proud of progress, the iconic rainbow pride flag has been used since 1978 as a symbol of love, acceptance, and harmony for the LGBTQ community. 2018, the pride flag was redesigned by Daniel Quasar to reflect the evolving pride community by including a 5-striped chevron to the side of the flag representing LGBTQ plus people of color and the trans community. Dubbed the Progress Pride flag, the new design has proliferated in the community and has become the symbol of inclusivity and representation. Yeah, okay, that's cool. Support one another. All right, click here for ways to support these organizations and the community. It looks like Fox is proud to partner with Benevity to bring forth a double match campaign with charitable organizations dedicated to celebrating space, creating space, celebrating, uplifting the LGBTQIA plus community. And then here we go, the Trevor Project, National Center for Transgender Equality, Rainbow Railroad, never heard of them before, that's cool. Ali Forney Center, don't know why they, singled that one out as bad, but whatever. Los Angeles LGBTQ Center. Okay, that's cool. Wow. If Fox is actually encouraging that, then good for them. Let's see. What's this other picture here? Celebrate Pride Month on Slack and Zoom. Join us during this month-long celebration by Slack and Zoom avatars, blah, blah, blah. Employee resource groups, ERGs, are formed around shared identity, interests, and pursuits of the purpose of events and careers, culture, and community. Able, Ace, Black, Ola, Pride, Vets, Wit, Women. I don't even know what half of this shit means, but okay. I guess Able is ableism, and then Ace is asexual? Really? Wow, they actually have, like, they're actually acknowledging that? I'm surprised, right? Hola. I don't know what Hola is. Black, I assume, is black people, but okay. Pride, Vets? White? Wit? What is wit? No idea. But, you know, is there anything conceptually wrong with these things? Employee research groups, ERG. Is there anything conceptually wrong with that? Like, no. I mean, as long as, you know, I think it lends to, like, you know, being anti-discrimination kind of thing, right? I mean, why is everybody freaking out over this? Why is it bad? Like, basically, what is Matt Walsh actually saying? He's saying that it's bad that Fox News, as a corporation, doesn't want people to discriminate against each other. That's what he's saying. When he says all this shit's bad and they're like, you know, they're partnering with these groups, it's like they want people to not discriminate against each other in their company. Why are they doing that? Why is Fox News encouraging people not to discriminate? Do you really think Fox News gives a fuck about any of this stuff right here? Think they care about, like, disabled people? Think they care about, you know, gay people or even veterans? Think they give a fuck about that? No, they don't care about any of that. They care about making money. Why are they then encouraging people to join these interest groups or whatever? Why are they doing that? Because they will lose money if they foster a culture of hate and bigotry where people hate each other. Not only will their company run bad, the people that work there will hate working there, and their company will be run bad. Not only that, they'll get sued for basically discrimination in the workplace, and that's why they want to get rid of that. You know, so that's why they're actually doing it. I mean, are there people that work there that actually are genuine? Yeah, maybe. Maybe there are some employees, or maybe there are even some executives that actually do believe in these things and want their company to be run by these principles. But ultimately, the company itself doesn't really give a fuck. The company itself is interested in making money. And they know that, so this is like a CYA kind of thing. That's really what it is. That's what all this, like, inclusivity training, and all that anti-discrimination training in the workplace, all that, you know, they make you take these tests if you work, you know, for a corporation once a year. They make you take all of these sort of, like, you know, all of these training so that you know the company policy when it comes to sexism and racism and all of that shit. Is it because they really care about that? No, it's so that if you do it, they fire you, you can't sue them. So they go, hey, this guy took the fucking, like, corporate training when it comes to sexism and racism. He knows that we don't put up with that shit. He's fired, and if you try to sue, they go, well, he took this training, he knew our policy. That's what it's for. And it's also for when people do it and they don't do anything, then they can't get sued. You know, like, hey, you took the training, you know what's expected of you. Let's move on here. There's a few more. Matt Walsh, The Trevor Project, which Fox says is devoted to helping LGBTQ young people host a sexually explicit chat room that connects children as young as 13 years old with LGBTQ adults. That is not necessarily true. I actually looked into that, right? The adults are the moderators. So there's a chat room where teenagers can go and, like, here's the thing with it, right? If you go to the website, the Trevor Project thing, you can go on and you can log on anonymously. And the whole point of it is so that kids who are LGBTQ in places where they don't feel safe can go and speak with like-minded individuals and know that they're like not alone in the world, so they won't engage in self-harm. That's what it's for. So no, the chat room is for teenagers. It's not so adults can go hit on teenagers. And the adults in the chat room are there as moderators to make sure that Nazis and shit don't come on there and start fucking with people. And to make sure that people don't do anything explicit like that, like send nudes to each other and shit like that. That's what it is. Matt Walsh is lying about that. Here's a little thing from the New York Post. Undercover mom discovers depravity in the Trevor Project's trans child chat room. Let's click on that. This is an actual, you can follow all this stuff if you want. We're not going to read this, but I want to read the first paragraph here, right? So look at this. It says, undercover mom discovers depravity in Trevor Project's trans chat room, supposedly for youth, right? I have been looking for a binder, but I have no clue where to get one. Does anyone know where I can get a reliable binder? A gender-confused adolescent asked on Trevor Space, the anonymous online forum for LGBTQ youth. The well-funded and influential Trevor Project hosts. An adult user replied with a list of brands that sell binders, which are devices worn under the clothes to conceal female breasts, adding, I really recommend trans tape. If it's your first time started with Tomboy X compression tops, another adult wrote, this is the startling scene that Rachel, a Brooklyn mom with a gender dysphoric child, discovered when she went undercover as a preteen in the chat, searching for resources for detransitioners. She found none. Yes, why would she look to find detransition stuff in a chat room that's for trans people? Why would they be interested in that? Number one. Number two, how is it fucking startling for trans people to ask other trans people, trans women specifically, to ask other trans women for things of like for binding tape or binders? Like, how is that sexually perverse? You're asking, this is a thing that trans men do this. They want to be passing, so you have to, you got big breastises, and they want to be passing as men, so before they get top surgery, they gotta tape that shit down. What is so perverse about that? Is it the fact that they're just talking about breasts in general? Why are breasts perverse in the fucking first place? Are they showing pictures of them to each other? No. What the fuck is the problem? Instead, she opened a Pandora's box of sexually perverse content. Aggressive gender reassignment referrals, adults encouraging minors to hide their transitions from their parents, and many other troubled kids in need of psychological counseling. She shared screenshots with the National Review. Yes. That's what this chat room is for. The chat room is there so that trans people can talk to other trans people. Specifically for children who are in repressive family situations. Maybe they live in a state in the South somewhere where this isn't looked well upon. Maybe they're like the only trans kid in their school or in their entire town even, and they got no one to talk to, right? And maybe they're being bullied all the fucking time. And so that's what these chat rooms are for, so that they can go and talk to people, and then they're less likely to engage in self-harm. I mean, even the next paragraph here. Rachel says, she looked into the Trevor Project in desperation when I thought my child was going to kill herself. Right? Exactly. There you go. Maybe that's exactly the kind of thing your child needed there, Rachel. But no, Rachel went there looking for detransition shit. It's like, well, why are they going to talk about detransition stuff when they're trans people? It's not a forum for detransitioning. It's like, such fucking bullshit. This is in the New York Post, for fuck's sake. This is like supposed to be a respected fucking like journalism here. Such fucking ridiculous shit. Matt Walsh just jumps right, just completely misrepresents what's actually going on once again, because he's a lying piece of shit. Moving on. Number 5, the Ali Formy Center, which Fox praises for rescuing homeless LGBT youth, appears to admit on Twitter and its website that it injects these homeless people with cross-sex hormones, which are known to cause sterilization. That's bullshit. Hormones do not cause sterilization. And a very small number, there's like side effects for a very small number of people. So this is just fear-mongering horseshit. Number 6, the Los Angeles LGBTQ Center, which Fox calls unstoppable, has posted a video of a mother surprising her trans daughter with the child's first dose of hormones. YouTube removed the footage for terms of service violations, but a screenshot is on Twitter. Yeah, and so? Why is that bad? What's wrong with that? I think that's a great thing. A mother who is in support of their child's decision. That's kind of what you want, right? You don't want the parents to not be in support of the child's decision, because then the child gets all depressed and gets abused and may engage in self-harm. It's like, what is Matt Walsh objecting to? Matt Walsh is objecting to the fact that a mother loves her child and is in supporting of her child. It's like, that's what you got to remember about all of this anti-trans shit. It is, for these people, for the Matt Walshes, for the Ben Shapiros of the world and everybody else, it's got nothing to do with defending the baby children. It's got nothing to do with that at all. They object to it on religious grounds. This is a religious fight to them. This is really, it's not that much different than the fight for abortion or the fight against teaching creationism in schools, any of that shit. And it's just more prevalent because we as a species have a predilection to defend children. And when we think someone is abusing children or whatever, it invokes a primal sort of urge in us to go out and protect the child. And that's why they have to frame all of this shit with the language of protecting children, when in real life it has nothing to fucking do with the children at all. They don't give a fuck about the goddamn children at all, in the fucking slightest. Matt Walsh. Let's scroll down a bit more on the Fox employee portal. Employees are also encouraged to expand their perspective by reading books by trans activists, including a memoir titled Fairest, about a precious boy who would grow up to become a woman. Based. That's good. You should be doing that. Maybe if more people actually read about this shit, they wouldn't fall for Matt Walsh's lies. How long is this fucking thread, by the way? This goes on for like 16, 19, 21. You know, let's just sort of scan through this. 20. This employee frequently posts about his work at Fox News, like this Biden victory image he was so happy we got to use. See, it's not all, now you're starting to see, it's like, oh, Fox is woke, Fox is woke. Moving on, this Fox News employee also regularly lashes out at Fox News audience. In a recent post, for example, he attacked conservatives' concerns over drag queens targeting children, writing, "When are you hicks going to be honest about who the real problem is?" Yes! Man, I just wish, here you go. I guess it just kind of goes to show that the people that work there at that company, they're just normal people. They're not, it looks like that they don't give a shit about all the fucking dumbass politics and stuff. I wish that would reflect more into their programming. But that also shows that it's like, wow, so the people there don't give a fuck about the politics, but they are encouraging all of it anyway. So it's almost like they know it's all bullshit. Like, that kind of makes it worse a little bit. It's like, if you were a true believer, that's one thing. It's like, okay, well, this guy believes, Sean Hannity, for example. Okay, well, he believes all the shit that he's saying or whatever, and all of his staff are in support of it. But it kind of looks like no. It kind of looks like the staff is not in support of it. It's just a job to them. And that kind of makes it worse. You know what I mean? It's just a job to them. They're just destroying people's lives because it's their job. So it's like, on the one hand, it's funny as hell. On the other hand, it's like, man, fuck this guy even more. Like, why would you work at a place that is doing the kind of shit that Fox News does if you don't actually believe in it? Let's just kind of scan through some of these. Fox News employee came out in support of the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence. They were the group that in our little last segment there are the ones that Dodger Stadium gave an award, the Dodgers, Los Angeles Dodgers baseball team, gave an award to, and all of the Catholics in Los Angeles lost their fucking minds over it. Please see my prior segment. Catholics wonder why we have an order of nuns to push back on this ridiculous garbage, he said. Yes, it is ridiculous fucking garbage. Matt Walsh, do these executives and owners just not know what's happening in their company? Are they trying to comply with some onerous state law? Do they not care? Do they actually support this nonsense? Or maybe the Fox leadership isn't concerned with how the audience feels because they're not really beholden to those viewers at all, like YouTube, some of Fox's largest shareholders and anonymous institutional investors, particularly BlackRock and Vanguard. Now you're getting it, Matt Walsh, because they're not. Yes, that's exactly true. They don't actually give a fuck about how the audience feels. They care about money. Now Matt Walsh is understanding. Every corporation only gives a shit about money. It doesn't matter what they do. They can make ice cream, they can make diapers, they could be a news channel, they could be a social media website. It doesn't fucking matter. They only care about money. Now Matt Walsh is getting it. Let's turn this shit off for now, right? Now he's understanding, right? It's all about money. And they were remember, they were perfectly fucking happy when Fox News was towing the line, when Fox News was doing what they liked, when Fox News was like spreading the same bullshit that they were spreading. And now they're pissed because the Fox News actually did something good and got rid of one of its biggest fucking hate mongers. And now they can't stand that. Why? Because they're crybaby snowflakes who can't handle the fact that people have actual, like, independent thought and don't go along 100% with everything that they want. That's ultimately what the right wing is in this country. They're crybabies. The crybabies who just shit their pants in rage whenever something happens that they don't like. They boycott everything, you know. They boycott everything. That's what Matt Walsh is getting mad at. Why is he telling people to get mad at Fox? Fox fucking News. Of all of the corporations out there to get mad at, this is the one corporation who, like, has probably done the most to fuck up political cohesion in this country. Fox News is probably the one that's done them. Fox News got fucking George W. Bush elected, for fuck's sake. They've, like, single-handedly, like, changed, like, the fucking Overton window in this country. And now they're, like, you know, turning their backs on them. I think it's awesome. I think it's great. Fuck Fox News. I think Fox News needs to die, to be honest. I think they've been around for far too fucking long, and I'm all too happy that all the fucking, like, MAGA chuds and conservachuds and other assorted fucking right-wing dipshit morons are, like, leaving them now. Good. Fuck it. Go wherever else. Go somewhere else. Go to Newsmax. Go to whatever teeny tiny little fucking, you know, network that nobody watches. And spend all your money there. I'm glad. Fuck each and every last one of them. They're getting everything that they fucking deserve. I hope Fox News goes out of business. I really hope they do. Why? It'll be a major fucking, like, help in order to getting this country sane again. Hello folks, if you like what I do and you want to support the channel, please consider buying something from my Etsy shop, supporting me on Patreon, liking and subscribing, and checking me out across my social media links listed below. Thank you all so much, and see you next time.